Now we're looking at two trinomials, and we're supposed to compare them and say how are they the same, how are they different. One is x squared plus 4x minus 21, the other is x squared minus 4x minus 21. So in looking at them, the obvious thing you would say is all the variables and numbers are the same. What's different about them is their signs are different. And what that means to us is when we go to factor them, the numbers are all going to be the same that we use. It's just the signs are going to be either they possibly could be different. In this case, the signs are also both the same, because when we look at here, in order to have a negative number, right, one of them would have to be positive and one would be negative, because the positive and negative equals a negative. And so we could go ahead and we could write those in if we were actually doing this problem. Then when I'm looking at, the only difference here is when I add the factors together, one time they're going to be positive and one time they're going to be negative. And so what happens down here then is, in one case, in this case, the bigger number is going to be positive, and in this case, the bigger number is going to be negative. The two, it's 7 times 3 is 21, so those are our numbers, and one time we add them together we need negative 4, so we're going to put the 7 here because it is bigger, and here we're going to put the 7 over here because it is bigger. So that's how they're the same and that's how they're different. Okay. On 45 and 46 we're getting ready to start factor using grouping, and so in doing that we're doing the same thing we did before. We multiply the number in front of x, which has always been a 1 before, but now we have 5 times 4, so we end up with 20. And then when we're looking for factors, they have to add up to 9. So they just want us to list them right now, which is 1 and 20 and 2 and 10 and 4 and 5, and that's all of them. And then of course it would be 4 and 5 would be the actual factors that they want us to use. I'm wondering, I'm not going to go ahead and finish the problem any more than that, because the next couple will do some grouping. It'll be fine then. So on 46, what they're asking is 2x squared plus x minus 15. Again, when we multiply 2 times 15, we get a negative 30. So we would list the factors. This time we have a little more to consider. The numbers are the same, but one time one is positive and one the other. So we have 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10. And so then if I went ahead and made all of these negative this time, then I would have to come here and make all of these negative the next time. Like that. Okay? And then I would decide which way I would have to go with this. Did I miss one? Oh, and I forgot another one. I'm like, why isn't it there? It's because I forgot it. 5 and 6. So then we had negative 5 and positive 6. And then this would actually be the one we would use, because negative 5 and positive 6 is 1. And then from there we would do the regrouping. Like I said, we're going to pick that up in number 47, so I'll go in more detail on how to do that. 47. 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. So I am taking my factors. 3 times 8 is 24. I'm then going to write factors 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. 4 plus 6 equals 10. That's what I'm going for. So this is the stuff that I'm going to use, 4 and 6. Now, this is where we do the regrouping part. What we're actually doing, remember, is we are breaking this 10x into 4x plus 6x. I rewrite the 3x squared, and I'm going to write plus 6x plus 4x plus 8. It does not matter which one you write first, but keep in mind, I'm grouping these two together, and I'm grouping these two together. So I need to be able to find a common factor from here. If I put the 4 here, I would not have a common factor. So I'm grouping them. I choose to group it this way. Now I'm just looking at this first part. I'm going to factor out the greatest common factor, which is going to be 3 times x, or 3x. And then what do I have left? X plus 2. Now I'm looking at this side. What can I factor out? I can factor out a 4. And what do I have left? X plus 2. And that's the whole thing. This is still a plus sign. Sorry, right here. The sign stays the same. What I'm looking at now is I need to have this in the parentheses has to be this exact same on both sides in order for this to work, because now this becomes my greatest common factor. And I end up with x plus 2 times the quantity 3x plus 4. What I'm virtually doing is dividing both sides by x plus 2. That's what happens when you factor something out. This goes away and I just have 3x plus 4. So there's my factored form using grouping. I also want to show you how to factor this using substitution, but I only have about a minute and a half left on this video, so I'm going to have to continue it on the next one. Then after that, I'm just going to do every other one time grouping, one time substitution, just so that you can see how to do it. You get examples of both ways, but I really don't want to do every single problem twice, so I'm going to take a little shortcut that way. I'll continue on with the next video.